Here we go. Not gonna mess this up. Not gonna mess this up. Here we go. Ready? Hot.
What's up, guys? Welcome to my corporate office, aka my bedroom. Today we're going to be talking about intermittent fasting, what it is, why it's beneficial to you, and why you should do it essentially. This is going to give you everything you need to start your weight loss and fitness journey. Are you ready? First things first, intermittent fasting is where you go a long period of time without eating and then coupled with a window of time where you eat all of your meals. So for me, I personally recommend 16 hours of fasting and then you have an 8-hour time frame of eating. And that's what's worked for me. I've lost 6 pounds on that and I've kept that weight off by doing this consistently every single day, except the weekends. Intermittent fasting is composed of 2 stages, okay? You've got your fed stage, which is where you're digesting and absorbing all of your food, and then you've got your post-absorptive phase where you're essentially not doing that. That post-absorptive phase is where your body's going to use all of the energy already stored up in your muscle fibers and in your fat cells in order to produce energy for you to use, okay? So whenever you're doing your digestive and absorptive phase where you're eating, then your body is just solely focused on digesting that food and you're not exactly burning the calories that you already have. Your body has 75,000 calories worth of fat stored up in it, even for a lean person. So you have plenty of calories to utilize, even though you might be kind of hungry during that early morning. Don't worry, you will survive. Let me just stress really quickly that intermittent fasting is not a fad diet. It's not any type of diet. It's actually a lifestyle change. It is how you eat your meals, when you eat your meals, and you do it intuitively. Because honestly, let's be real, counting macros is not something you should really do long term. And a lot of the people that do it get tired of it and they stop. So that's why I'm saying this is something that's sustainable and something that you can adhere to long term, and that's why we love it. Also one of the big benefits of intermittent fasting. So now that we started talking about it, might as well keep going, right? So now that we know that benefit number 1 is easy adherence, benefit number 2 is that it keeps you feeling fuller longer. And that's because you're eating all of your food within that 8-hour time period. So pretty much you're gonna eat a big meal for lunch, big meal for dinner, or you can even do like 3 meals. It's totally up to you. But between that time, the food you're eating will be very nutrient dense, very calorie dense, so you really won't be going hungry, which is awesome. One thing I want to mention is that even if you just cut out your breakfast, if you keep your lunch and dinner portions the same, you will still lose a lot of weight, okay? So just by maybe doing your green tea in the morning, your coffee, I don't know, whatever, instead of eating, that'll put you at that 300 to 500 calorie deficit each day, putting you at losing about a pound a week. So that's right on track with the weight loss program. That's what I love about it. So technically you don't even have to switch up your diet if you just do intermittent fasting. But you also have the option to, you know, obviously eat healthier, eat more nutrient dense foods, which is what we love and which I strongly encourage, but I'm just throwing that out there. You can still eat the way you want to eat, but by cutting out that one meal, you'll be in a good spot for weight loss. Benefit number 3. Okay, so this is actually awesome. Intermittent fasting helps regulate your circadian rhythm, and that's your internal time clock that tells your body when to eat, when to go to bed, when to release certain hormones. And let me share with you why. So as the day progresses and as nighttime comes, your body starts producing less and less insulin sensitivity. And insulin's that type of hormone that when it's released by the pancreas, it signals to your cells to increase uptake of glucose. So you have less sugar in your blood, right? Type 2 diabetes, keep this in mind, is when you have insulin insensitivity. So your body is no longer responding to that insulin, right? So you don't want to eat late at night, which is why we want to stop eating around 7 or 8, because we want to give your body time to uptake all the glucose that's already in your blood. And as that insulin sensitivity is going down and your body isn't responding as well to that, is your growth hormone goes up. And that's like a trade-off effect. So if you ever noticed when you were a kid and you're laying in bed and you like have these knee pains, like knee or like your joints hurt or something, those are growing pains, and that's because at night we have a significant amount of growth hormone being released from our bodies. And that's the cool thing. Yes, you really do grow at night. Okay, anyways, that was just like a side note, but I thought that was like so cool and had to share that with you. So anyways, back to the story. Intermittent fasting is very, very good for helping regulate circadian rhythm, okay? Boom. Benefit number 4, intermittent fasting helps suppress your appetite by decreasing the amount of ghrelin hormone that is released, and that is your hormone that tells you you're hungry. So think ghrelin, GER, that's like the sound that your stomach makes whenever you're starving. But the beautiful thing about intermittent fasting is that you can slowly wean yourself off of eating every 12 hours or whatever by slowly decreasing the portion sizes. So let's say you're like hour 14, you're starving, you can't do it, eat a little snacky snack, and the next day you won't be as hungry when that time comes around, and you can just slowly decrease those portion sizes up until you hit that 16-hour mark, and then your body should be well trained to not be so hungry by then. Now that we went through all of the benefits, let me go ahead and address a couple things that you might have some questions over. You can eat 2 to 3 meals or 4 meals, it's up to you during that 8-hour window of eating. So for me personally, I like 2 big meals and a snack, but you can do 3 big meals if you want to, between lunch, a pre-dinner, a dinner, I don't care. But essentially whatever's best for your body, whatever feels good for you, and whatever keeps you fuller and gets you to meet those goals that you're making. And I wanted to address also is working out. When should you be working out? In the morning? Should you be, oh, excuse me, I had to burp. Wow. In the morning or in the afternoon? For me personally, I love working out in the afternoon, and when I do so, it's typically an hour or 2 after I eat. If I know I'm working out after I eat, then I'm going to be waiting probably an hour and a half to 2 hours, just because I want enough time to digest my food so I'm not like burping like crazy during my workout. But if you wait for in the evening time, then that'll actually enhance performance when you work out with energy in your body. But if you want to work out in the morning, then my suggestion to you is to make sure you space out your workout to where you are able to eat and break your fast around 30 minutes after your workout. And if that's not possible, that's okay. I would take some kind of like amino acid supplement just so you're not deteriorating and breaking down those muscles, because that can happen if you're working out and not actually giving your body the nutrients it needs to recover after your workout. So that's all I have for you guys. I hope I've convinced you to try intermittent fasting, because I've tried it and I loved it and I really saw results from it. So go ahead and try it. Let me know what you think. I hope you guys like and subscribe and found this video somewhat beneficial to you. Peace out.